We love spending this time with you. Thank you for listening. If you would like to take your listening experience to the next level, did you know there's a way to do that, Jabo?
I do.
Yep, you know how you do it. You go to thetjshow.com, you sign up for the TJ Show newsletter, and you get cool things dropped right into your inbox, like the TJ Show's 10 shares. We pick 10 different things, everyone on the team does it, that we think you're going to love. It's not just about our show. This is about like stuff, music we're listening to, whatever it may be.
Life stuff.
That's just the tip of the iceberg. There's a whole lot more in there. Sign up at thetjshow.com. This is the TJ Show. Is that you, Heather, in Alabama?
Hi, it sure is.
Hey, you heard our interview with Katie Coleman, and this was the woman who was in space for like 159 days. She's a part of this new PBS documentary. And you heard we didn't get to ask the big question we wanted to ask about how she said she saw a UFO at one point. You were calling about that. What do you have to share about that? Have you seen a UFO?
Well, I haven't actually, but I did know that. I've seen interviews with her. I think that she's pretty fascinating. My kids are obsessed with space, so we watch a lot of these PBS shows and other documentaries with astronauts, and she has actually said that that was a statement taken out of context and that she herself has not seen a UFO.
Oh, so it's a good thing we didn't waste our time.
We would have looked fools then.
Yeah, we only had a short amount of time to talk to her yesterday. I'm glad we didn't ask that question. I was so bummed we didn't get to talk about it. Now you look at that. So why are you guys so in tune with outer space? Why do your kids love it so much?
You know, I'm not sure. I took the kids to NASA when they were 4 and 7, and they've just been obsessed with it ever since. And so, like, my son's room is all space decked out, and he thinks it's the coolest thing.
Now, when we were talking to Katie Coleman on the show, she said she believes that we are going to wind up on Mars in our lifetime. How would you feel if one of your kids, who you got into space, decides to be one of the people to go to Mars?
That would be really neat, for sure, definitely. Yeah. Why not?
Well, Heather, you're taking supportive mom to the next level.
Seriously, because they'll go weeks, years, or weeks, at least, and months without communication.
Yeah.
That's true. But you have to prepare them to fly their own journey, right?
That's right, yeah.
Well, I guess, unless you're talking to my mom, who says every time you turn around, there's something else wrong.
Well, I don't know. If you have a kid that grows up to be an astronaut, that's a license to brag as a mom for the rest of your life, I think.
Definitely. And maybe they'll be able to take mom on a journey sometime.
Oh, that'd be cool.
There you go.
Hey, by the way, so you're a mom right now, and how old are your kids?
They are now 11 and 8.
Okay, 11 and 8. Do you like doing their laundry?
No, I absolutely don't.
Okay.
It's the worst.
Because producer Kenny has a theory that even as a grown adult, because he's a grown man now.
In his 30s, by the way. I just want to add that in there.
Yeah, his mom enjoys doing his laundry. And we're actually going to investigate this a little deeper. We got in touch with his mom, and we are going to call her and ask her so we can hear it from her own mouth, because he's making big proclamations about what his mom feels about doing his laundry. So stand by for that, okay?
I will. I don't believe it for a second.
Exactly.
Well, wait till your kids grow up.
Yeah, I have. I have a feeling. Hey, Heather, thank you for listening to our show. We know you have a lot of choices out there. We're so grateful that you're here.
Oh, I was just scanning in the car radio that the kids were always looking for someone playing some good music.
Wow. So this is the first time you're hearing our show?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Wait. So are you going to come back?
Yeah, I'm going to come back. Now it's been on all day, and so now I'm addicted.
Great.
Okay, good, because I was going to beg, but that would have been really, really ugly.
Hey, that's amazing. Did you hear that? She's actually going to turn the show on again.
Come back.
Okay, we'll keep trying to do a great job for you, okay, Heather?
Have a great day, you all. Thank you.
You too.
Take
Thanks,
care.
Heather.
I am so grateful that we have this guest about to pop on the show with us. Is that you, Kenny's mom, June?
Yes, it is.
Hey, thank you for joining us. You know, I'm a big fan of your son.
Me too.
I love him. He might drink a little bit too much, but, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean,
I agree.
She agrees. Pull back, Kenny.
I learned from the best.
Oh, moms.
Oh, boy. All right, we won't go there.
He'll learn how to calm it down.
Okay, great. Hey, so June, Kenny's mom, yesterday on the show, Kenny made a very bold statement and said that when he goes to visit you, what is that? Are you okay?
It's a cougar.
Yeah, no, I'm driving home, and I have my cat in a cage and my dog in a back seat. So that's my cat.
Your cat is meowing at you?
all the time. Yeah, all right.
That's Jabo's cat,
Yeah.
Apollo,
Can your
by
cat
the way.
hear
I
that?
wish I had that loud meow.
Wait, can the cat hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, hold on.
he's not going to respond at all anymore.
How do you know?
I think he's afraid. I think he's afraid of what
I
he
think
hold on.
hears.
Apollo's telling him something. Maybe he told him off.
Yeah, I mean, this is a recording of
That's my
Jabo's
cat,
cat.
Apollo.
Do you think your cat understands Jabo's cat?
Sure he does.
Wait, hold on. Let me see if he'll meow back.
He got really quiet. He's not.
Hey! Whoa! It worked! Hey, all right. That was a thank you, I think.
Sure.
That was amazing. Did you guys hear that?
I did.
He just hey! Whoa! I would do this the whole show if I could.
They're talking to each other.
All right, back to what we were talking about. Ah! June, your cat's having a conversation,
Yeah.
maybe for the first time in its whole life.
Well, he talks to me constantly, all the time in the car anyway.
Yeah, but you can't meow back. Maybe he thinks it's coming from you at the front of the car and thinks, finally!
Now,
Oh, hey! It's amazing. Okay, listen, back to the reason why I was calling you. Enough of the kitty cats talking. So, Kenny made a bold proclamation yesterday that you enjoy doing his laundry, and he brings dirty laundry to you. And none of us believe that.
he did bring me 2 shirts to get the stains out this weekend, so that was very exciting for me.
Wait, but are you being serious? Are you being sarcastic?
I am being serious. I do laundry all the time. I do enjoy laundry.
Really? Because Jabo and I just could not believe that.
Well, because it gives me something to do, and it's satisfying. Laundry is satisfying to me.
Really? So Kenny was not joking.
I can get any stain out of anything.
Hey, laugh if you're telling a lie. Okay, she's
I
telling the
am
truth. She's telling the truth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's fun to do things that you're good at, and my mom is very good at doing laundry.
Very good doing laundry.
She's proud. She's proud of it.
I was not expecting this phone call to go this way.
Yeah,
Just
me
full
neither.
disclosure, I thought for sure you would be like, okay, yeah, no, that's enough, but you're for real. Wow, and Kenny said you were for real. I didn't believe
I
him.
am so for real.
Kenny's very fortunate. Well, you got it good, Kenny.
I know I do.
Yeah, you do.
I have the best mommy in the world. She
does.
won the award for Best Mom of the Year award.
Yep. June, you keep up the great work and say hello to your kitty cat for me, okay?
Oh, no, he hears you.
Yay!
There you go.
Yeah, right back at you, buddy. Wow, this is the TJ Show. I'm shocked by that, too. You're
Me
not
too.
alone. A few days ago, it was Military Spouse Appreciation Day, and we shared our appreciation for our Jabo, who is a military spouse. Her husband, Archie, is off in the U.S. military and he's doing such a fine job for our country.
Yes, he is.
I just think he's a wonderful guy. But even more impressive, in my opinion, is the way that he loves you and the way that he serves you, and it's so consistent. Archie's so good at loving Jabo.
He is. I mean, he kind of puts me to shame because I thought I was really good, and then he just keeps beating me every time.
He always interacts with you with such humility and kindness,
Yeah.
and he's
He's
got
a good man.
such a warmth. Even when Jabo might be, I don't know if the word is.
Oh, wrong. You can say wrong.
No, I don't know if it's wrong, but tell us what you did on Military Spouse Appreciation Day.
So I sent my husband Archie a Marco, which is this video chatting app that we use to see each other's faces. And I was like, it's Military Spouse Appreciation Day. Where are my gifts? But I
Right.
was joking.
You're
I was just
joking
like,
around.
ha ha he he. And yeah, he came back with something really nice.
I mean,
An
did
entire
he-
care package, actually.
Did he use a U.S. military chopper to get it delivered so fast?
I don't know. I don't know his secrets. I can't tell you his secrets.
How did he do it?
And I'm not sure. I just showed up. When I got home, there was this care package of a bouquet of flowers. And he knows that if he can help me out in any kind of way when it comes to me not having to cook, it's a win-win for me. So he sent me these really nice, healthy, prepared meals and some watermelon and some sweet potato chips and just things that I really like.
I mean, that's incredible. And so you did a little interview after you ate the bag of potato chips that he sent you. Your favorite kind?
Yeah, my favorite
Yeah,
guy.
okay.
I just finished eating the sweet potato chips that you sent me for Military Spouse Appreciation Day. And I was thinking, did you know it was Military Spouse Appreciation Day? Did you plan on sending me stuff?
For the sake of showing integrity, I didn't.
See, he even admits He didn't know.
I know.
Wasn't thinking about it. I mean, he's a little focused on other stuff going on in the world. I don't know if anyone's realized.
Can't blame him.
Yeah.
So your video that you sent me was my first time hearing about it that day because I forgot about it, what day it was and all the above. But I quickly rectified the situation by sending you something.
He's on a military base, like with his military buddies, and he's solving this thing on the side.
Same day.
I know, I sent you a Marco, but I was just joking. Did you feel like you had to send me something? Even though I was like, ha ha ha, hee hee hee, just kidding.
I know you were just joking, but with us being apart, I want to always show my appreciation for your dedication to our situation. It's not too far-fetched for me to look at it as showing my token of appreciation. So I thought it would be a good idea to send you something, regardless if you were joking or not.
Man, is that a perfect answer or what? Kenny, you take a note?
Yeah, he's an operator for sure.
Absolutely.
Because that's just what I want to do. I want to send you gifts to let you know that I appreciate you for, going along with our situation. It's not annoying. I know we're in military training and we are pretty busy at the moment, but it's nothing for me to find some free time to send you something to show my appreciation and somewhat of a token of our love. And I love you.
Impressive.
Snap.
I know, man. He's, like I said, he's so much better than me because he does have very long days. He'll start off at like 6 in the morning. I won't hear from him until maybe 9 o'clock at night sometimes or even later. And he still finds time to be able to say, hey, I'll send you a care package, even though I was just kidding. Like, honestly, I didn't even know it was Military Spouse Appreciation Day. I had no idea.
Don't say that too loud.
Yeah,
No.
but I'm so thankful for him.
Worked out great.
Right.
Oh, love it, J-Bo. Love Archie too.
I'm Erica, 1/3 of the podcast Books and Betches, a comedy book podcast where we swear, spoil, and we talk about...
Whoa, you cannot say that in this.
What do you mean? That's like our slogan. It's our gimmick.
It is, but just say we're a very funny adult book podcast. How about we just give some examples of things we talk about?
Well, there's a lot of chaos. I'm Kristen, and with me I have... No.
We talk about books, but we're not your AP Lit class.
I definitely hit on the major points.
You absolutely did not.
She did.
You talked
Just
about...
not in the order you thought she would.
You talked so slowly about one thing.
A lot of sidebar conversations.
I
Are you denying the existence of chupacabras?
You know, Erica, yes, I am. And we don't always get the facts right. Epilogues don't belong in books. Call it chapter 1.
That's a prologue.
The second I see...
That's a prologue.
Oh,
I'm talking about prologues.
You can listen to new episodes of the Books and Betches podcast every Tuesday morning, anywhere you get your podcasts.
Bye-bye.
Hi, everybody. This is Adriana Trajani. I'm the host of You Are What You Read, a podcast about the books that built our souls. I have the privilege of interviewing luminaries of our times about the books that shaped them from childhood until now. Don't miss it. We get everybody from Sarah Jessica Parker to Kristen Hanna to Jhumpa Lahiri, Susie Essman, Rainn Wilson, Amor Tolls. You name it, they come, they talk, they share. You can join us on Instagram for more behind-the-scenes content and giveaways at You Are What You Read podcast and at Adriana Trajani. New episodes of You Are What You Read drop every Tuesday on Apple, Spotify, or any major streaming platform wherever you listen to your podcasts.
This is the TJ Show. With so much news just flying at us every second, not only from all the media outlets, but our friends too. They're constantly putting news out on their social media platforms. It's hard to catch anything, I think. But one headline that always gets my attention, and I always wind up reading the story, are these trends that have been happening with orcas sinking boats. I'm talking about orca whales. Since 2020, it's a really strange trend that keeps happening. It's happened again in Moroccan waters, the same area. An unknown number of orcas have sunk yet another sailing yacht after ramming it. The thing started sinking. 2 people were on this 49-foot boat. They started calling for help, emergency alerts, and an oil tanker took them on board and saved them. So thankfully they were okay, but the boat sank.
Yeah.
And scientists, everyone's scratching their head trying to figure out what's going on with these orcas.
Yeah, it started probably within the last 4 years where it's become more of a thing for these orcas to start sinking ships.
Yeah, who needs to go on a boat anymore when you got orca whales coming and attacking you? And I really am curious to know why, and there are a bunch of theories as to why. Some of them are saying, well, they might just be curious and they want to play, but then I would say,
I'm like, I don't know about that.
why all of a sudden are
Right.
they sinking the boats?
Right.
They also have the theory that the orcas are smart enough to perceive the boats as competitors for their fish that they like to eat, the local bluefish tuna. So I guess they were looking around with their little squealy voices and they noticed, these tuna keep disappearing and it's
Yeah.
these boats that are taking our fish.
Boats, yep.
I'm going to sink these boats. I mean, we think it's so wild to think they could think that way, but they're smart.
And they're probably not thinking there's humans on these boats. They just see these boats as competition.
I don't know.
Remember, we've covered several of these stories, and scientists theorize that it might have started with one orca that was traumatized by getting caught in a fishing net.
Yep.
And she started doing this and then taught that behavior to other orcas. That was one theory.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Animals
Right.
are amazing.
Well, I know some things have been changing with the way animals have been operating. Like before, sharks used to be lone hunters. Now they're traveling in packs, which is very uncommon. So there are some things changing with marine life for sure.
Yeah, we should call up, Kenny and I had the same college radio professor. He was a marine biologist.
You're absolutely right.
And then
yeah.
he stopped and decided to get into radio. I wonder if he would know the answer.
Call him up.
Yeah, seriously.
I wonder. He'll definitely have a theory, and he's also a sailor.
Yeah. Well,
So it's something he has to be concerned about out on the water.
my guess is that all those years ago, things started getting weird in the water, and he just left. He's like, no.
Radio is weird too. But
Yeah, that's weird. Not as weird as what's going on underwater. But I'm also just fascinated. I've got this fluff ball named Frankie Furball at home.
Right.
My little puppy. She's so amazing too. I was telling her this morning, I was like, you were my little buddy. You're my buddy. And I take her around and like, she is so smart. And I'm like, how do you know how to figure that out? These animals are amazing.
Listen, I am so tired of hearing about your puppy, Frankie Furball. What happened to Luna? Your dog Luna.
Oh, yeah.
The 11-year-old elder dog. She's put in that work. I
You know
want to
what?
hear about her now.
I got to give Luna some credit because she's 11 years old. And again, animals are amazing. When Frankie first came into the house, she smiled real big. And when I say smile, I mean showed her every inch of her teeth.
She was telling her she's boss. This is my house.
Yeah, and barked in her face. And Frankie was like, whoa, what was that about? I'm just a baby. But now, Luna and Frankie are outside and they're playing with one another.
Okay, all
and
right.
Luna took her head so gently and like knocked her over.
Aw.
But she's
It was
doing
love.
it in a way that's like really special.
Mhm.
And I'm like, wow, this is so cute that they can get along.
I just want to make sure that my girl Luna is also talked about and show some love.
And Luna will be all over you the next time you come over.
Yes.
Don't worry. She hasn't forgotten you.
She's
That's
a great
for sure.
girl.
You know when someone in your workplace does something kind of weird and no one says anything about it?
Who's no one?
Well, is it
'Cause
okay?
I'll say something usually.
Good. Is it okay if I say something?
Go for it. You usually do.
I saw something, so I want to say something. We all have been using this Keurig machine in our little coffee area at the office
Right.
for close to a year now. And all of a sudden, I see camera guy Josh has his own Keurig machine in his
Oh, yeah.
office.
Mhm.
Did you notice that?
I already called him out for it.
You did?
First day. I sure did.
And I just sort of made a little like side reference. I was like, hey, Josh, what is that? The new and improved Keurig machine? What's going on there?
Yeah, no, it's just a clean one. It's just a clean Keurig machine because the one that you all use is absolutely disgusting.
So he makes this claim that we're gross and we're using a dirty machine. And I go, what are you talking about? That is what it is. You put the pot in, it makes a cup of coffee, and that's the end of the day.
Yeah, no, it's not.
Because I didn't even know you had to clean the Keurig.
Me neither.
I thought it cleaned itself every time it put the
The hot
coffee
water
in.
goes through, it disinfects.
He pulls out the instruction manual. He has read through the entire instruction manual.
Front and back.
And you've learned now, you could probably build a Keurig machine at this point. You know so much about it.
Mind you, the font on the instruction manual is like 12 inches. It's like
Yeah.
super. It's like 12. It's like little small. It's crazy.
You need, you know those computers that can like decode scripture from BC and they like put it in infrared? You
Yeah.
need that to read the manual.
Yeah, it's so
And
small.
Josh has somehow figured it out.
Like an inch font.
So what do we need to be doing? Like what is wrong? Just tell us what's wrong with the machine.
Yeah, well, first, what's wrong is you can't even put regular water through it without it looking and smelling like black coffee. It is so gross. The residue inside of that machine. And the machine smells by itself. Even when it's just sitting there, it smells like
So
coffee.
rather than having having to go out and buy your own machine, why not just talk about this and then we can buy whatever you need to clean it?
I don't trust that you guys will keep up with it. I know what'll happen. I'll just go through. I'll end up being the one that cleans it.
Yeah,
no,
That's probably true.
That would be great.
No.
And Josh is not a huge fan of coffee, so he has a problem with his water tasting like coffee when he makes hot water for his tea.
Whereas when I go down to the bottom of like a cup of iced coffee, I'll put water in. I like the little coffee flavor.
I don't mind it.
It's coffee flavored water.
Ugh.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't realize we were offending you, Josh.
Well, you are.
You should have let us know, and you would have been the guy who would have been elected to clean it all the time.
Communicate, Josh.
I mean,
No.
are you going to have to clean yours?
Yeah, I'm going to clean mine.
So why would you want to? Why not just clean ours and then everyone wins?
Because there's probably no less than 30 cups of coffee going through that thing every single day. You would have to clean it way more frequently, where I've got my own little private stash over there.
In his office, by the way, which is ridiculous. Not even on the same playing field where the other Keurig is. It's in his office to himself.
Yeah, we're not allowed to use it. Can you believe that? We've been
selfish,
blocked out. Well, I'll tell you what. I have a list here of the things that we should be cleaning that we're not cleaning. Do you want to hear this? There's a lot of stuff that we're just kind of letting. This is in our life. Okay, kitchen sponges and dishcloths should be sanitized daily, according to these experts. Remote controls and electronics, door handles, light switches. I think we know these. Keyboard, computers, mice, cell phones, toothbrush holders, bathroom rugs. These should be cleaned weekly. I mean, when was the last time you cleaned your bathroom rug? Refrigerator handles and interiors, makeup brushes and sponges, pet toys and bowls, vent covers, ceiling fans, all this stuff that we're not cleaning. Pillows and comforters. Trash cans should be cleaned, according to experts. Who's cleaning the trash cans? Do you clean your trash cans?
Yeah, you clean your trash. Are you kidding me?
I wipe down
It'll
the
start
outside.
smelling?
Yeah, when it smells, then I'll clean it. But if it don't stink, I'm not cleaning it.
Josh is a very unique breed. But we love you anyway, Josh.
Thank you.
Can you show us how to clean it? Maybe we could put a video together of some kind?
Yeah, sure.
Something unfolded on the radio last week. I thought it was pretty bizarre, J-Bo.
I remember that thing you're talking about, TJ.
Producer Kenny was bringing a scooter to work for the longest time because he lived close by, then he moved in with his girlfriend, so all of a sudden the scooter wasn't coming to work with him anymore, and I kind of missed the scooter.
That's right.
Because I used to take that thing and ride down the hallway at full speed because our bathrooms are way down the hall.
It's literally like half a mile, it feels like.
It feels like it. And then when it was gone, I really missed it, and I was like, Kenny, what's the deal with the scooter? And he was like, well, I'll bring it in for you if you would get your wife to bake cookies for me. And so now I got thrown into the middle of this negotiation, and I walk in today, and Kenny's scooter is locked up with a bike cable. Like he locked up the scooter.
Padlock, almost, yeah.
Yeah, like when you lock up your bike on the street, but he did it in the office. It's like, what is your problem, dude?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
I saw that. So weird.
Well, I mean, it's been a week since we've talked about this. I haven't had a cookie, and I want my cookies, so I'm trying to...
Was this a nice hint to me?
I'm expediting the situation.
to say, hey, hurry up with the cookies. Are you really craving chocolate chip cookies that badly?
You've had your wife's chocolate chip cookies. You know where I'm coming from.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
Is that TJ doesn't have to be the one to make the chocolate chip cookies. It's his wife, Jess.
Yeah, we asked her, and she's very gracious. She said yes.
And also very busy.
Well, listen, I've got something here for you, Kenny. I'm unboxing, or unwrapping. Here you go, Josh. Can you pass these to Kenny?
Oh, yes.
Chocolate chip cookies. She made them yesterday for you.
This is beautiful.
Now,
there we go. Busy woman coming through.
Kenny drives a hard bargain.
Yep, that's what she wrote on there.
No.
So you got your cookies. Now I want to use the scooter again, okay?
Okay, here's the code.
Wait, no, I want you to go get it right now.
You have to go get the scooter.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go get it.
The code is kind of funny.
No, I want you to go get it.
All right, I'll go get it.
Go ahead.
It was 1, 2, 3, 4. By
Oh,
the way.
You know he had to get that out.
Oh.
He just had to get it out.
And with easy codes like that, you probably wouldn't figure it out from trying to figure it out. So
I'm going to
Kenny,
take one of his cookies. Because remember last week when we talked about this, he said I can have 1 or 2 of his cookies?
Where is it?
So Kenny's bringing in where's the scooter, Kenny?
Well, it's not where I left it.
TJ,
what did
you took
do?
the scooter?
Okay, so just for the record, Kenny locked up his scooter, and I went over there, and I stole his scooter.
So you figured out the code?
No, I literally unraveled the bike lock. It was the worst lockup I've ever seen. You know how bikes get stolen? It's people like Kenny who don't know how to lock up their stuff.
Yeah, that bike lock wasn't designed for a door handle.
So you unraveled it and took the scooter?
It's the only time I've ever stolen something that was locked up, but I just wanted you to see how silly your lockup was. It didn't work at all. It was a dumb lockup.
Well-
so I have your scooter now. What are you going to do to get it back? Give me those cookies.
I think you could have the scooter.
He said you could have the scooter, TJ.
No. It's around the corner. I just wanted to show Kenny that he needs to lock up his stuff a little better.
Yeah.
But, so-
lesson learned. And maybe come up with a new combination.
Yeah. So thank you, Kenny. I'm excited to use the scooter. Now, you said that lasts for a month.
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, there you go.
I'll leave it here.
All right, beautiful. I
I'll
love
take it home on the weekends.
Thank you so much. Kenny, you're a wonderful man and you've kept your word.
No, and thank you and thank Jess.
Okay, you got it. This is the TJ Show. All kinds of weird deals going on around here.
Ever notice that how you feel affects your food choices and that what you eat affects how you feel throughout the day? Well, researchers noticed it too, and now there's cutting-edge science about how food affects our emotional well-being. I'm food and science journalist Mary Beth Albright, and in my weekly podcast, Eat, You'll Feel Better, I look at practical, realistic ways to put the science of eating for emotional well-being into action. And, this is important, without lapsing into negative diet culture messages that can really ruin anyone's emotional well-being. We talk about things like how the food in your gut sends messages directly to your brain. And we also celebrate something that I personally find often missing from food health news, and that's leaning into pleasure. Because food is delicious, and it's not just about what we eat. Emotional well-being is also about how we eat. So join me every week on Eat, You'll Feel Better, where we use science to improve mood through food.
This is the TJ Show, our news. It sounds different around here. Kenny reads through every story he can find, and then he brings us the most interesting ones. Kenny, what's happening on the planet today?
A group of major U.S. airlines are fighting back against recent rules put in place by the Department of Transportation that require airlines to be upfront about their fees, or what's known as junk fees.
Can you imagine trying to fight back about that? Well, yeah, you want us to fully disclose everything. I don't know.
Right.
How dare you?
Makes you look bad in the public eye, for sure.
We want you to hand over money and not know what it's about.
We want to hide stuff from you.
Yes.
Just about every major American airline, American, Delta, United, JetBlue, Hawaiian, and Alaska Airlines, all teaming up to sue the Department of Transportation. They say the new rules are confusing customers, and the department's attempt to regulate private business operations in a thriving marketplace is beyond its authority.
I love how businesses are competitors until they have one main enemy.
Yeah.
And then they all come together like, we're going to team up and sue.
The airlines went on to call the new rules arbitrary, capricious, and an abuse of discretion and otherwise contrary to law. The Department of Transportation said, on the other hand, that they will vigorously defend their rules protecting people from hidden junk fees and ensuring travelers can see the full price of a flight before they purchase a ticket.
Wow.
Contrary to law. That really stands out to me, which means then the law they're referring to has to be fixed.
There must be something I don't understand about this because it just sounds so bizarre on the surface, but I guess that's everything. Everything sounds bizarre now.
So the airlines are saying they already provide consumers with complete disclosure of all fees associated with air travel before they purchase a ticket. I haven't flown in a while, so I'm not sure exactly what it's like. You guys fly more than me. J-Bo, I think
I just hit add to cart because I can't argue. I can't dispute the price. If I don't like it, I got to go somewhere else.
Does J-Bo want to spend 4 hours reading the terms and conditions that she's agreeing to? Or, I mean, are they going to change it? What are you going to do? Are you going to hire legal counsel about the extra bag fee?
Right, exactly. Or are they going to give me the details exactly what they're charging me for? No, they never do.
Well, the government did say that people are overpaying by $543 million in fees annually.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it.
Airlines are getting that additional revenue from customers who are surprised by fees and then need to pay a higher fee at the airport to check a bag.
Listen, I'm glad that we even know enough to talk about it. Like, that's good news. I guess someone's looking out for us.
Yeah.
Kenny, what else do you have?
The founder of the dating app Bumble, Whitney Wolfe Herd, was at the Bloomberg Technology Summit recently. Now, she's no longer the CEO, but she's talking about how the app is going to start using some AI features. She said, there's a world where your dating concierge could go out and date for you with another dating concierge, according to The Independent.
So 2 chatbots representing each person in the relationship talk first to determine if the humans should go on and talk to one another.
Yeah, she said, then you don't have to talk to 600 people. It will go scan all of San Francisco, for instance, for you and say, these are 3 people you really ought to meet. That's the power of AI when harnessed the right way.
3 out of 600? You think my odds would be better than that?
Wow.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. That sounds weird to me.
Well, we've been seeing a lot of reports of people suffering from what they're calling dating app fatigue. And the CEO of Hinge is crediting that to people being simply overwhelmed by these dating apps.
Yeah.
So the Bumble tactic is hoping that AI will ease some of that feeling of being overwhelmed.
Yeah, no, I understand being overwhelmed. I get
me
that.
too.
I had to reach out and pray and ask God to divinely intervene in my dating life. And guess what? It happened. And that's how I met my wife, Jess. I'm telling you, it is fatiguing. Kenny, what else do you have?
You may remember around this time last year, many areas of the United States were affected by the smoke coming from Canadian wildfires.
Wow, I completely forgot until just now.
Well, there are 146 active wildfires burning in Canada right now. And yesterday, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota all had to deal with hazy conditions and issued air quality alerts and warnings.
No way, again?
Yeah.
I remember last year it was so bad that it
Yeah.
started to affect people that were on the East Coast. We happen to be on the East Coast. Even as far down as the South, all that
Yes.
smoke traveled. It was,
Oh,
it
yeah.
was intense.
And then my mom, who is asthmatic,
As I am too.
she was really struggling. And also,
Yeah.
she lives in the New York area. There were photos of, you remember those days where it was just like orange hue all over the place?
Wild.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't happen to that level again this year.
Yeah, there's no telling. I mean, it does take a lot of pieces lining up. Like, for instance, last year it was the worst that Canada's ever seen as far as wildfires.
Yeah.
And then without any rain and if the wind's blowing the right direction, yeah, it's possible that the smoke could get as far south as it did last year. The Canadian government said late last week that drought conditions are expected to persist in high-risk regions in May,
Wow.
increasing the risk and intensity of both natural and human-caused wildfires.
Well, I hope it doesn't get bad for the people in Canada and no one loses their homes because
Sure.
that's so tragic.
You know, there's so many layers to this that are all kinds of messed up. So
Yes.
hopefully they learned a lot from the last time around, right? And they'll maybe be able to do something even different this year that helps it go down faster. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there is a large percentage of these active wildfires that are classified as, quote, out of control.
Wow.
So, I
Sad.
mean, crossing our fingers and wishing nothing but the best up there.
Yeah, well, keep us posted on that. Kenny, what's happening other than that?
I have a story of love and baseball.
Tell me about it, Kenneth.
We're learning the story of how LA Dodgers pitcher Tyler Glasnow met his girlfriend Megan Murphy.
He hit a foul ball, and she caught it.
No, she got hit in the head by it.
Is that what happened?
No.
I don't know the story. Kenny,
That's
fill
not
me
what
in.
It does have something to do with it with a baseball.
Oh.
So Tyler just started playing with the LA Dodgers at the end of last season, but he was with the Tampa Bay Rays for a while. And in 2021, he saw a woman in the stands. He said he noticed her off in the distance and said, she looks cute. And he had the team photographer zoom in on her.
That's probably why he got traded to the Dodgers because he wasn't paying attention to the game. Pay attention to the game, not what's going on in the stands.
He then wrote his number down on a baseball and tossed it to her with the message, text me.
Whoa.
Fast forward to the next game the next day, Murphy comes back to the next game with another ball. She wrote on it, no, you text me,
I know,
with
that's
her
right.
phone number, and she tosses it back to him.
Good for
He
her.
did text her back, and they've been together ever since.
Wow, that's a bold move.
And also bold on her behalf, too, because she
Yeah.
could have did the same thing to him. He could have been like, no.
What's the worst that could happen? If he tossed her a ball and she had a boyfriend, she would just ignore it.
Let me
right?
guess. This
Would
player.
you know? Because I might have to change my mind. This ain't working out. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I don't know who this player is, but let me guess. He's hot.
And he's one of the best pitchers in Major League
Is he hot?
Baseball. I mean, I'm not the right person to answer that question.
God did some good work.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because he can get away with that. That's how the world works. Like,
That is true.
you know, if you're not, like, if I was looking through a telephoto lens at somebody in the stands, I'd probably be put in jail.
Yeah, I'll definitely file a restraining order on you.
Right.
For sure. Yeah.
But he does it to J-Bo.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reconsider my options. You know what I'm saying?
Isn't that the whole reason why you practice getting good at baseball in the first place, to be able to do something like this?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess so.
TJ, you used radio to get your wife Jess.
I did.
This gentleman used baseball to get his lady.
Yeah, I only got into radio because I thought maybe a girl would like me, and it turned out it was true.
It worked
Someone
out.
did. She's my wife.
Glasnow said, I met her and she was awesome. She has a really good personality, loves to travel, and is really fun.
Kenny, what else do you have?
The National Insurance Crime Bureau just released its list of the most stolen vehicles for 2023. The Hyundai took the top 2 spots with 48,000 thefts reported of the Hyundai Elantra and 42,000+ reported thefts of the Sonata.
When I hear a list like that, I always get somewhat relieved, like, oh, my car's not on the top of the rate. Thank goodness. Then I'm like offended. Wait a minute. Did I not get a good car?
Why don't you want my car?
Yeah.
Hyundai and Kia have been on that list for quite a few years.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the year before, it was 2 pickup trucks at the top of the list. But back in 2022, there was a TikTok trend that showed people how to steal Hyundais and Kias with little more than a USB charging cable.
Yeah.
So this led to a whole trend. Pickups have historically been the most stolen cars, but this trend made it so Hyundai and Kia went to the top of the list.
Hyundai and Kia were definitely on that list last year, especially in the Midwest when I lived there back in 2022, because I lived in the city of St. Louis, and it made news all over the place that people were going around stealing Hyundais. The city had to start giving out people those lock things that go on your wheels. What are they called?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Those long sticks?
Yeah, I can't. I know. I can picture it.
I can't think about the name, but it was a big deal. The Kia boys were making their rounds for sure.
Wheel shield. We'll just call it that.
We'll
Kenny,
call it.
thank you for keeping us somewhat informed.
That's what's happening.